We are live. How you guys doing? Happy pre-turkey day. Biggest fire night of the year.
That's what they say.
Biggest fire night of the year. How you doing, guys? I'm Manny Vitale, part of the team of Music and Mayhem, along with my brother Skyler Ray, and of course we can't forget about OG. So let's there's Thing. Can't forget about Thing. And you know what? Let's pop OG in here. And
Hey, how you doing?
today, besides being pre-Turkey Day,
Mhm.
pre-Thanksgiving Eve, it's my brother's almost birthday. So let's bring the birthday boy tomorrow coming in, the one and only Skyler Ray.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Happy birthday.
Happy almost birthday,
Yeah.
brother.
I'll
Oh,
take
nice.
it. I'll take it.
Man, I love you, man. And the birthday, how fitting. Thanksgiving, right?
There you go.
It
We're-
works out perfectly, right?
We're
It's
thankful for you.
I think it's like every 7 years that this happens.
That's okay. It's good.
So, I mean, it does work out. I like it. I don't know. I get to see people on my birthday, like family.
Mhm.
Um, I'm kind of a hermit, so it's always
Yeah.
nice to see people, right?
What do you got going on for Thanksgiving tomorrow and your birthday? What do you got doing? What are you guys doing?
Um, my usually I go to my dad's and then Kayla's family. But this year, my grandpa's health hasn't been too well, so he won't be
Oh,
traveling. So
sorry,
all the
man.
family won't be. It's okay. Won't be getting together for Thanksgiving. So we pushed off for Christmas. With that being said, we're going to Kayla's two different families. We're going to her aunt Kathy's, and then also we're gonna have Thanksgiving here at the house as well. So it's really cool, a chance to be able to spend time, meet more of her family. I'm excited for it, man. Honestly, it's like my birthday, as you get older, like, not
Uh,
that it don't matter, but like it doesn't have to be all about you. So it's
Mhm.
like anytime this week, just like take me out to something to eat, like I'll be cool.
yeah,
So
yeah. Well, shit. Remember back in the day, boy. I remember it was like birthday week, birthday month, man. I remember
uh,
it's like shit.
Mhm.
Now, I mean, fuck. I mean, you're wait 30. You're gonna be 34, right?
Sweet 16, never been kissed.
Mhm.
Well,
You
shit.
gotta you
Same
gotta
with
chime
me.
down, Manny.
Kind
Come
of
on
about.
now.
Hey, man, when you shit, I think I might have about a year or two on you,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
but
30, you 35. You're a month and 3 days. I remember we were talking.
yes, we're close.
Uh,
We're close.
yes, indeed. When you born on Devil's Night, you don't age.
No, man. No, you don't. But I tell you what, OG,
Lord.
you got anything before we put you out because you already got
No,
people
I got
climbing.
I got my pen in hand, ready to take
Oh,
notes.
things ready.
There you go.
Okay. There you go.
Yes, indeed.
Oh,
But yeah, man, birthday will be fun. I'm excited. It's always good to be out. I get to wake up with my lovely fiance and pound cake in bed. Um, it doesn't really get much better than that. Then it's just like coasting through the day. You eat some good food. How could you not complain, right? You get some good company. Everybody's usually in a good mood on Thanksgiving. I remember spending birthdays locked up. I remember one time
Mhm.
I saved a cake because in jail they give you a dessert every single meal, right, or every single dinner. And I remember I saved my cake for like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. So 14 to 21 days, I had a little plastic bag that I would put them in. A little Ziploc, right? That they give you usually right when you get in. They give you like a notepad, deodorant if you're like indigent and you don't have no money, because the cops always took all my drug money, right? So I would always go
damn
with no
them.
money. I would get my free little package, right? And but I remember I had a few Ziploc bags, and I'd put a little slice of cake in it every single night. And then on my birthday, because I spent quite a bit of birthdays locked up, and I remember eating them all. I remember eating them all, man. And I got so sick. I was so sick to my stomach. I'm sure some of the cakes weren't even good to begin with, right? Jailhouse cake. And you got like all these different flavors. Like one's like part brownie, part this, part that. And so, like, I do appreciate sobriety and being able to wake up in my own bed, man. Honestly, I'll probably tomorrow get up, get a little like, cardio in, right? Because I have to. And I'm getting bigger and it's the biggest eating day of the year. So I'm gonna need some cardio so I don't feel too bad, right?
Oh
Um,
man.
I'm gonna have to grab me a coffee. I'm gonna grab me a coffee. Me and Kayla will probably play some video games before we get the day started. and then we'll go see her family, 2 different families. I think it's gonna be awesome. I look forward to it. So
Oh, I know,
Nice.
man. And you nailed it too, man. When because I'm all about family, always have been, always have
yeah,
been. And then when that rocky road of addiction and all that started to take over the family instead of me being at events. I mean, I'd be doing I have the flu. Or you'd making up
yeah.
all these excuses because I
You
always
you
loved
were
being.
addicted to Rocky Road.
Oh,
That's why you
oh,
got the belly.
hell yeah. But I always was the
That
first one there, the last ones to leave, man. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're missing events, you're missing Thanksgiving, you're missing the family. And now, it's just, nice just to, just nothing big, just like you said, just chill with the family.
chill.
Just be, and like you said, man, for all that time where you weren't able to spend that time, now you can. And on your birthday.
I'm
So
excited.
that,
I'm excited, man. Good company. I got 6 bottles of Martinelli out on the shelf. I'll probably drink a bottle and half to myself. Um, I like it. Do you guys do Martinelli or what?
oh, no,
I've
no.
never heard of it.
Well,
What
is
is it?
that just
Like
Is it
sparkling water. It comes in
sparkling
like a lot
wine?
of people do it for like
Yeah, it looks
Okay.
like
Thanksgiving.
yeah, it looks just like champagne or
Yeah.
yeah,
I usually get a couple bottles for like Christmas, couple bottles for
yep.
like Thanksgiving, or my birthday. Just get-togethers. Because if I was about to say if the grown-ups have drinks, but if other people have drinks, that's
We're
my
sitting
drink,
at that
right?
small table, man. We're at the
You know
kids'
what I'm
table.
saying? Like, especially
Yeah.
like if the get-togethers at my house, like, and I don't have to drive, I'm popping a second bottle. You know what I'm
Whoa.
saying? We getting turned up tonight. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Bubble's gonna get to you.
So, if anybody's watching this, Martinelli's is a non-alcoholic drink. That is just always my joke since I'm in sobriety. My inside joke. Oh, gonna
Hmm.
pop a second bottle, about to
No
turn up.
kidding. Living
So
wild.
Skylar's a
I
little
wanted to put that
gassy.
out there. The disclaimer: I'm not out here drinking on.
No.
And if I was, which I'm not, I would never drink and drive anymore. Now that I'm sober, think about it. But I
Oh
guess
my
the
god.
situation is talking about not being sober. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There we go. We are lost, baby.
Oh
Music
man.
in mayhem.
Music and mayhem,
Mm-hmm.
man. And every time I turn around, man, your new song. I mean, just like all your stuff is just
Great.
freaking intense, man.
Great.
You guys, and not only that, but the video, I mean, everything to it. And now, what do you got coming up next?
I got a song called Dream. Um it's a little bit different. It's more of a lyrical song. It's more of like not really a concept of like it's not as like motivating or sad as my other songs typically are. It's me kind of just talking some shit, kind of just BSing and just showing off my talents. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I like it. And growing up on Eminem, every once in a while, I like to just talk some shit.
Yeah, man,
Mm-hmm.
you just got, sometimes just be you, just have some fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of having fun, I see Boston 2% in the house along with Heidi and everyone else, but I got to jump back to Boston here. I don't know if you saw last night, man. We had a hell of a show. Our girl Kat over at Sober Patrol it was her, myself, Chad Valier, and the man Boston 2%. And we tore it up for about an hour and a half. And it
That's dope.
was Chad's like, dude, you're sitting there like this. He goes, my face hurts. He goes, we've just been laughing his ass off. It was a great time, Boston,
Mm-hmm.
man.
Mm-hmm.
It was a hell of a ride.
Oh, and Lori's on too.
Lori, how you doing, Lori?
We
But
got Dan in here too.
where's he at?
We
Hey,
got Brittany,
Danny,
Michelle. You guys,
Brittany.
thank you so much for spending pre-Thanksgiving with us.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Manny, bro, I'm glad the show went good. Who did I catch the other day when I was on Kayla's
Oh,
profile?
wait a minute. That was Chad,
Savage.
wasn't it? Chad, I think, was on.
Okay, she
I
went
believe
by
that was.
Savage.
Mm. I'll have to look.
Oh no. No,
And she has
that was
Oh, the
Stephanie.
female.
That was
and she has a
Stephanie,
baby
man.
coming. She has a
Right.
baby coming,
Rose.
and
Yes,
Stephanie
yes.
it's
Rose.
your old nickname, Gunner. Is the
Yep.
middle
And
name.
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
had and remember that I don't know if you saw well, yeah, you not because she when she was with dealing with active addiction, man, they used to call her Savage, and that would upset her now. And
Mhm.
because she was not the nicest person, I go, well, screw that, man. You're using that same mentality now, Savage, to fight addiction. And she's like, you know what? I didn't think of that. So now she's happy. But yeah, man, She had it was a hell of a show.
I like that.
Yeah, she was really good, man. We had to reschedule, and she was pretty upset. But man, yeah, it was
Yeah.
Stephanie Rose.
Yep.
Stephanie
Stephanie
Rose.
Rose.
That's what it was. It was Stephanie Rose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
absolutely. That was a nice show, man.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to pop on more, at least have it run in the background, bro. It's funny because a lot of times I'm on the go and I'm always in my phone. We talked about this before we went live. I'm sending a message, I'm
Hmm.
promoting. I'm so ADHD. I'm like, oh, this, and I'm like popping off, and then I forget I was even on a live to begin with, and then so that's why a lot of times I really don't do it. But the other day I had the privilege. I was looking at orders and I was updating my website. So I was on Kayla's laptop because I was in at her office
That's
desk.
right. You said it.
And so I popped up the side screen. I was like, let me throw this little thing over here.
No,
And so I was
man.
able to catch it, man.
And it's cool too, man, because when they see you popped out, well, first, like you said, it was Kayla, but then when they see, because they know it's you, and
Yeah.
it's like a double. I mean, they're getting 2 for 1, man, because they love seeing you on there and
Let's
catching you.
go.
But yeah, man, last
Joe Pizzo from the gym was on.
who's on?
Joe Pizzo.
Joe,
From
what's
the
going
gym.
on, Joe? We got everyone
Hadn't
jumping
seen him
on
in a
here.
while.
Heidi,
Nice.
it's pre-turkey day.
Yeah.
So instead of being at the bar, we're all together doing
right.
this.
Right.
Hey, what about them Lions? So
Oh,
are the Lions playing
Honey.
tomorrow? No.
Yeah.
tomorrow,
yeah.
12:30 against the
Okay.
Chicago Bears.
Mhm.
Okay, so
And
you guys, I recently seen something, and this is a pretty cool feat. Um, you guys have more wins, I think, in the last 2 years, counting this year, right? And the year's not over yet, so that just shows
Mhm.
you more wins in the last 2 years than you guys have in any 2 year span of franchise history.
It's insane.
Wow.
10-1. 10. I mean, just insane. Those guys, they're Campbell. I just love the guy. The coach is incredible. The players.
Mhm.
We're losing. I mean, we lost Hutch, the best lineman, our linebacker, at Anzalone. We were without Arnold, and I mean, we were just dropping people left and right. And they're like they say, next man up.
Next man up.
You're
You gotta
there.
always be ready. Always be ready.
Yeah, yeah.
I seen Eminem rocking a Hush jersey when we were live in Austin,
Mhm.
Texas. He was he had the Detroit Hush jersey on.
He did. Remember the show, not Hard Knocks with Dan and Donna, the podcast, but Hard Knocks, where they had the football team.
Yep, yeah,
They
he
would
was
do
on
it.
that.
He,
Yep,
yeah, when the Lions did it, he was there, and yeah, it was pretty cool, man. He's a big
I
supporter.
remember that.
But yeah, man, that was. I'm really looking forward to that. Tomorrow is going to be a nice day, just chilling out and watching football and eating and eating and eating.
I gotta try to play it easy, man. I wake up sometimes so motivated, and I try to do my fast. I try to eat once a day at and have like an hour span to do stuff, right? And if not after that, it's like water, a bubbly, or just a espresso shot by itself, black, right?
Mhm.
And so I try to do that, and it's crazy because sometimes I'll be like, I want this, or if I take a nap, I wake up and I have such like munchies. Like
Oh
it is
yes.
crazy. I wake up and I just want like chocolate. I want all this desserts. And it's not really the best thing, you know. So I'm hoping I'm able to behave myself a little bit.
Oh man, when it comes to I love food, man. I get up 2, 3 in the morning. I make my way to the kitchen, man, and it's either a big old glass of milk and my Oreos. I'll just sit there. Me and Susie are just sitting there dunking away. And yeah, I tell you what, man, just that remind me of a story back in the old drunken days.
Yeah.
I came home and went to bed, got up to have my milk and cookies. And this was crazy because my brother, man, my good boy Jay, we met up the next day. We were sharing our crazy stories. And I go, yeah, man. I go, you know how I always get up and have my milk and cookies? Well, I got up, I go stumbling into the kitchen, grab my milk, and I open up the jar, and I'm sitting there dunking away, and crunch. I'm like, man, these fuckers must be stale. And I'm eating. All of a sudden, I look, and they were dog biscuits
Mm.
because I had a bowl up on
Oh
the counter
no.
with dog biscuits, and next to it was the cookies. So I'm cracking up. So the next day we meet up and Raw
Uh,
went out the bar bullshitting. I go, dude, you're not gonna believe this, man. I was dunking milk bones into a bowl of, or
you were milk bones. Those shit be dry as hell.
I'm sitting, and I was like, and I'm still eating them. So I'm sitting there laughing, and my buddy Jay, he's like, you're not gonna believe this. he was taking care of his mom's dog, and he's got this little yip yip dog, and those little cans of Calcan.
Yeah.
Well, he had that, but he loves tuna fish. And what you know how you open it up and you squeeze the juice out?
Yeah.
Well, instead of doing that, he's weird sucker, man. He would take it and he would drink the juice out of the. Well, he opened up the can and went like this. It was Calcan. It was a dog food. That it was the
No.
same night I was eating the dog biscuit. So
Y'all thought you guys were both being good boys, huh?
man, good boy. We were good
Good
boy.
boy.
We were
Good
good
boy.
boy. Come here, Manny. Come
Oh,
here, Jay.
jeez. You know what's crazy is it just reminds me of stupid stuff. So I remember the first time. So I smoked weed every day, a lot. Right. I was the type wake up, have a bong hit, smoke a bowl, go back to bed, go pee, go bed. Right. That was always me. Right. Always trying to stay high. Um. And then that was all the way up till 18 till tried meth again, right? I've tried meth before, but then I tried meth at like 18 when I was homeless, and I was like, I don't want anything else. I don't want no weed. And I didn't smoke since that. I remember we came back high at meth on the park, smoked like he took a hit of weed, and I was like, nah, screw that, I'm good, right? And ever since then, I didn't smoke again till I was probably like 26. And I remember I was drinking, right? And I had almost a year sober, then ended up drinking. Now I'm just like alcoholic, right? And I remember I was at my buddy's house. We came back from the bar, I had a couple margaritas, and he's like, "Do you want a dab?" And I was like, "What? Like, show me what, you know what I'm saying?" I was like, "Sure." So I do it, and this is different weed from I smoked back in like high school, right? Like, because they didn't have no dispensaries then, they didn't have none of that, right? We're talking 2000 all the way to like 2009, right? So the quality of weed has upped itself significantly. And then you go something from like dabs or like the oils that are like 90%. And I remember and I tell this story because it's so funny and so it's just it's stupid, right? I remember I did a dab hit and I was so fucked off. Like, I was so
Whoa.
gone. Like, I couldn't get in my phone. So I called the Uber before I took the dab hit. And it was like, your Uber's arriving in 10 minutes. And I couldn't get in my phone because I was so high. And I remember I ended up taking another dab hit. And I was just next moon level. I'm talking like, I used to always try to do like the fattest shot of meth, fattest shot of dope, like as I can, like to the point where like you're pouring in the next needle because you're clogging the needle because it's so thick and just like, you know what I'm saying? I have never been as high as I was off these two dab hits. Even with the
Wow.
fattest shot of dope coming off of like clean time, like fresh relapse, like like levels down, right? And because like on meth, I could operate, or at least think I could operate.
Yeah,
Uh
drink.
on this
Mhm.
weed, I could not even operate. Like, I'm literally like, the girl I was dating at the time's texting me and she's like, when are you gonna be home? When are you gonna be? And I couldn't get in my phone. I didn't know my password. And then it was like, your Uber's here. And I remember my buddy held me, like held my, we like, I like, he like held my arm. I held onto him to walk me down the stairs because I couldn't walk.
The
And I
Uber.
remember I get into this Uber and I'm tripping because when I booked it, I saw they were doing surcharge prices, right? And usually it's like double surcharge, but it was like triple surcharge for some reason, or like
Oh.
2.5. And I was like, damn, okay, I don't know how much money I got left in the bank, right? And I was so high, I didn't know where I was going. I still can't get into my phone. I don't know where I live. I don't know my address. And I'm sitting there, and my buddy's like, or not my buddy, I'm alone. I'm alone. I think this guy's kidnapping me, the driver. And I just see signs that say, like, because I left from a house in Portland to go to my house in Portland. So we're on the highway, and I don't know why I was tripping. I saw signs that would say like Salem, Eugene. I'm like, that's Central Oregon. Like, we're up top. Portland's at the very top of Oregon, right? I'm like, why am I in Central Oregon? And I see these signs, and it was like this many miles to Eugene and Salem. And I was like, yo, where are you taking me? He's like, home. I'm like, you're taking me home. He's like, yeah, whatever address you have on your thing. He's like, what's your address? I'm like, I don't know
I
my
don't
address.
Oh my
know.
God.
And he's like, you don't know your address. I'm like, whatever it says that I have
Takes
on this,
me
because
there.
I programmed this just drunk. So like I could operate drunk, right? This is before the THC, right? Before I landed on the moon. And I'm
Mm.
sitting there and I'm stressing, bro. And I asked him like 6, 7 times, where are you taking me? Where are you taking me? And it's to the point that like he pulls over and he's like, look, this says Division. We're on Division Street. I think I lived on whatever. It was like close to Division and like Powell, these streets over in Portland, right? And he's showing me these streets, and I was like, yeah, I was like, I could read the sign that says Division, but I said I don't know the relevance of what that means to where I live, right? And mind you, I grew up in Portland. I was just so high out of my mind. And I'm just like, he's like, okay, now we're on POW. And I was like, bro, pull over. And I was like, where are you taking me? And I was trying to convince him. I was like, bro, and I was like name dropping of who I know. Like, like Bizarre from D12. I was like, I worked for them. I was like, pull it up. Like, I know so and so. I was trying to make it seem like I'm important. I was like, bro, if you get me home, like, I'll do this for you. I was making all these promises that I don't remember, obviously, because I was just fucking pulling shit out of my ass, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm like, yo, I don't know where I'm at. So I finally get home, drunk as shit, but high as hell, right? Like I said, weed, I've never been able to not operate my body besides when I took these weed hits, right?
Until that night.
Or dabs on these oils. And this is why I brought up this story, because it reminded me. So I'm in there. We got a brand new baby kitten. His name is Louie, right? We called him King Louie. And I'm there alone in this 1-bedroom apartment. The girl I was dating at the time, she is at work or wherever. I think she's at work, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm holding the cat because I'm high as shit. And I'm walking through the house and I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna go get me some chips. I got some munchies. So I grabbed some chips, I got some dip, and I'm just like dipping it. I'm tearing through the whole dip. I'm like, yum, 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 right? I open the fridge, I put the dip back, or I thought I put the dip back.
You-
I go back to the bed. I just melt in the bed, and I'm on my phone trying to watch reels. And I remember the reels were happening. I couldn't comprehend what was happening, anything on my phone. And I'm like, just going through my phone. I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, I'm just like stuck. It's all bright as shit, you know? And I'm sitting there and I see my fiance, or not my fiance, the girl I was dating at the time. I saw her come home, and it's crazy because I hear her come in, go into the kitchen, open up the fridge. I could hear it, right? I hear every sound. I hear the aliens operating outside the moon, right? And I'm there, and I'm just like sitting there. Mind you, this whole time I'm petting the cat, or I thought I was petting the cat, and
I know where this
little
is
kitten.
going.
And she's like, "Hey, where's Louie at, Skyler?" And I said, Louie's right next to me. And I look over. I've been cuddling and petting this can of nacho dip for the last 20, 30 minutes. The cat was
Is
in
it
the
in the
fridge,
fridge?
knocked over like sodas, like plain and like half drink sodas. I mean, the cat was all right. That's
Oh,
good takeaway, right? But I remember being so high that I was like,
whoa.
are you kidding me? This whole time I thought I put the dip back, but instead I
You
put the
put the
cat in the
cat back.
fridge and took
Oh my
the dip back
God,
to
Ay,
that's
bed.
ay,
insane.
ay.
I'm telling you,
Ah,
man. Well, that's like because I was never a big weed dude, man. I never really smoked because
no.
it either make me fall asleep or just laugh my ass off and then fall asleep. But
Yeah.
well, I had something happen to me. A buddy of mine was over, and I had to run up to the store, and his truck was in the way. He goes, well, "Just take mine." So I jump in the truck and I'm driving, and I look down, and he had a bag of there was some candy in there. He had some gummy bears in there. So I grab a couple. That man, I come back and I'm sitting there and I'm just looking around, and I'm looking at the TV, and it was like the people were coming out of the TV talking to me. I was just like, "The fuck's going on?" And he goes, "What's the matter with you?" I'm like, "Dude, what's going on?" I go, "Man, something's wrong." And he's laughing. He goes, "Man, you serious?" He goes, "Yeah, you don't look right." He goes, "Did you take something?" I go, "No, I didn't take anything." He goes, "Did you eat something? Man, something going on. I mean, what the hell's going on with you?"
Yeah.
I go, "I don't know." I go, "The only thing I had was that candy in your truck." He goes, "I don't have any candy in my truck." I go, "In the council." He goes, "Dude, those were gummies." And this was years ago.
Yeah.
Man, he goes, "How many did you have?" I go, "About 4 or 5."
Oh, Jesus.
Man, I'm sitting there. I was like trying to hold on to air as I was
Ah,
going to my bedroom. I was just like, just,
yeah.
holy shit.
Oh God.
Insane, man.
That's so
Insane.
rough. It is
But
so rough that I mean, I don't know. Like, it was a bad experience, but I am glad because I'm like, I will never probably do weed again. I
oh,
never say I'll never do anything again because you don't know what the future holds. I know I'll stay sober today, and tomorrow I'll have the same mentality, right? But I don't think
exactly.
I'll ever do weed again. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
man.
Just because it's so strong, and honestly, like, I didn't enjoy the high at all. It's not what I remember as a kid.
What when we used to do this shit and it was fun and which we thought it was fun and then all of a sudden it turned not to be fun. And
Not fun.
you
My
know
body
what?
just couldn't take it. It was like, you haven't been high for like 3, 4 years. We about to fuck your world up.
And you know what? When you were talking about poor King Louis there going in the fridge,
Ugh.
we were at my cousin's house, and
Yeah,
he had these little ankle biter dogs, and we're hammered, just hammered, and we had our tequila and all the whiskey in the freezer.
yeah.
Man, go get us a bottle, okay? And I can't remember the dog. Grabbed that, opened the freezer, grabbed the bottle, and put the which I thought I put the bottle back in, and I turn around and I'm standing there, and my buddy's girlfriend's like, very funny. I'm like, "The fuck you talking about?" She goes, "Get the dog out of the freezer." How safe? I was like,
Uh,
oh my god,
it
this shit.
happens, I guess. I guess I'm
Oh
not
my,
alone. So if
it
you are
was.
watching this, don't judge me because your day could be next.
Hey, you know what? And this is a public service announcement. Don't do drugs.
Yeah.
You will
Don't do
put your
drugs, ladies
dog
and
Yeah.
in the
Just say
gentlemen.
fridge and
no.
freezer.
Uh, bro,
Man,
it's I'm so happy to be sober. Um, just because moments like that don't have. It's funny looking back at, but I mean, it feels nice to be in control. It
Mm-hmm.
does.
you,
It does. It's like a power, right? To be in control of
mm.
yourself, not to make stupid decisions. I mean, I still make plenty of them, but I mean, they're ones I could live with. You know?
Oh, exactly, man.
I don't have to walk myself back and wonder how I got there. Like I know how
Oh,
I got there, right?
shit. Well, hell, man. Remember, like the next morning when you'd wake up, first you'd look, okay, that's my ceiling.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, how'd I get home? So then you do that slow walk to the front window and you look, okay,
Uh,
my truck's there. And then you're like, oh shit. Then you go out to do the walk around to make sure it's not
there ain't no
smashed.
hair, no body
Oh,
hair. You know.
yeah, exactly, man. And now, like you said, looking back, I mean, yeah, we can laugh at it and
Uh,
stuff like that, but it's just like now, it's so cool. Never thought it'd be cool to be sober and cool to
bro,
be. And I
it's
tell you what, it
badass.
is such a great feeling.
It truly is. You know, I like it because like I'm kind of smart, and it's cool to be able to use my wits and my intelligence in conversations or to be able to navigate scenarios around the world when things happen or real life situations present themselves. I could come with a solution or I know who to ask or at least where to start, right? So it's kind of nice. It's an advantage. If you're not sober, give it a try. I
Oh my
promise you,
god.
like the difficulty is like if life's a game, it's like you go into the difficulty settings and turn it on easy, right? Compared to what it was. Bro, have you ever been
Mm-mm.
was
Yes.
meth ever your drug?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
Well,
no,
no
man.
tweaking and geeking, no moving and grooving, no flailing around.
No, man, for me,
Uh,
it was, mainly just drug or the alcohol and doing blow. And I'd never, thank God, never touched the needle.
yeah.
And but yeah, yeah, I mean, just that feeling looking back of just being so out of control. And
Uh,
now during certain, like you were saying, how different situations now when like things arise. And instead of me sitting there going, I don't fucking know. I don't really fucking care.
yeah.
To all of a sudden, being in the conversation and actually making somewhat sense. I
Yeah.
mean, trust me, I'm still the same asshole, but not just under the influence.
I agree. I agree. Yeah, it's crazy, man, because it's like I used to like to operate so high, and I remember I used to be high. One of the things I could never do when I was high, because I used to shoot my dope, right, was to be able to reach in my pants pocket and pull something out without pulling everything out of my pocket. Like I would go to like reach in there for like money in my front pocket, and I'd go to pull it out, and everything would come out, change, and I would just spill it all the from picking up quarters, putting it back in my pocket, and then I'd put it in my pocket, and then I'd pull my hand back out, and everything would spill back on the ground. I've done that before, like 3 or 4 times, like, and I'm already paranoid. Everybody's looking,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah.
What's just crazy about being high because when I'm in my car, I'm chill, and I'm like, I'm not even that high. I'm like, I'm about to roll in here real quick, and I get in the store, and I'm just like. Oh shit, this is different, right? It's a whole different speed and level than just versus being in your car and driving, listening to music. And I go to like, I remember one time I went to like pull out something and like my headphones, my car charger came out. All these things came out, spilling over the ground, and I'm like, oh
Mm-hmm.
my bad. And in my head, I'm like, pick it up slow. You can't move at like the speed of meth, right? I can't just be like pick it up. So I'm like, gotta pull it in slow. Like you pick it up, you even throw a fake yawn in.
Oh
Put
yeah,
it
that
back in your
stretch.
pocket,
Oh,
you know,
I had to work
and then
late.
you put it back in your pocket, then you go to pull your hand out, and everything comes out again. You're like, fuck.
Oh,
And
and
now
like
you're starting to panic. So then you pick everything up. Everybody's looking at you now, and now there's like 3 or 4 people behind you, and the guy's like just staring at you. So you go to put it back in your pocket and pull your hand out. Everything comes out again because you tried your other pocket this time, right? And you had
oh
shit in there too. And it's like I had to start like keeping nothing in my pockets besides like just dollar bills because everything would always come out. It was the most embarrassing thing. I'd get so embarrassed and leave. Bro, I remember I would be there on the TriMet bus, right? Or the Max, right? And I'd be there and I remember I used to get high and like never the only time I would sleep is when I stopped moving, right? And I remember being on the TriMet Max and I had like my bike and, and I was standing there and I fell asleep. And I remember I dropped my bike because I was holding it and I'm on the moving train like the subway, you know. And I dropped my bike and it scares me and I'm embarrassed. I'm mad because I'm embarrassed, but also mad because it scared me, right? Because all of a sudden you hear a big bang, boom, and you're like, oh shit. You're like, oh, you're like, fuck. Everybody knows I was just like fucking nodding out or like
Mhm.
high as shit, right? Like, so I'd like pick it up again. And I remember this happened like 3 times in a row. And I remember it pissed me off because there was like this mother and then like her daughter. And like they were just like sitting facing the other way, like on the train facing me. And each time they would laugh at me. And then I saw them like whisper in their ears. And being high, I'm like, they're talking about me,
oh, of
which I'm sure
course.
they were, right? And
Mhm.
so I fall asleep again, drop it, wake up, and I'm like, motherfucker, right? And it dropped it a third time. And I remember as soon as the subway doors opened up, I picked the bike, threw it off
Just-
the Max, right? And I'm like, I'm gonna go sit down. So I throw it off the Max. I'm cussing at it as I'm throwing it, causing a scene, embarrassed because I did cause a scene, right? And I go to sit down on the Max, and I was like, I'm just gonna sleep. I'll let it do its rotation a few times. And finally, after 3, 4 hours later, I pop up. I'm back down underneath the Burnside Bridge, and there's somebody I know riding my bike.
Oh.
And I was like, yo, that's my bike. And I was like, you found it at this Mac stop, huh? And he's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I was like, bro, I'll give you a 20 sack. I was like, let me just get it back.
Give him
Let
my
me get my
ride,
bike
man.
back, man.
Oh
But
man.
just crazy shit you do when you're high, right?
And when you do stuff like that,
Uh,
like you were saying about, you dropping shit or you
yeah.
dropping your wallet, you drop your keys, or like for me, I remember, man, when you get to that point where you go up to pay for something, you have to like talk to the cashier and like hand them money. It was like
Uh,
you would forget how to open your hand. It was like,
yeah.
and they're like, let go, take it, just fucking take it.
Oh,
It's like,
shit.
or then like, oh, or if you have to give change, I don't, or they'll give you change back. Just keep it. You gave me a 50.
Um,
I don't care. Just don't talk to me.
oh my god, I remember giving them money, and I'll be sitting there and I'll give them the change back, and I always thought like I'm usually really good at math, and I thought I was quick with it, right? So I'd be counting the money as they give it back, and I'm like, yo, bro, you shorted me. He's like, no, and I'm like, fuck you, like going off on him, right? And then he's like, I gave it to you, you gave me a 20, and I gave you this back, and I'm like, oh, you're good. You're right. All right. Have a
Yeah.
good day. And I'm like, please don't call the cops. Please don't call
Oh,
the because I'm threatening to beat him up. And like, it's just like, I need to chill and
yes.
get some sleep.
See that the things we did, man. So where we were and where we are.
Man,
So in other words,
it,
happy Thanksgiving, right?
happy Thanksgiving,
Happy
man. Yeah.
Thanksgiving, man. And that's to all you guys out there. Happy Thanksgiving. Because
Uh,
right now there, it's funny or not funny, but well, you know what? If I always say if I can't laugh at myself, I mean I laugh at myself more than anything. Anyone
yeah.
does. But hearing these stories and people, I know when I watch different people's shows and their guests and they're telling their stories, I'm sitting there going, been there, done that.
Been there.
Uh-huh.
That I've done worse than that, and it's just like, so that's one cool thing about our family, man, and all the stuff we do is we can all relate. No, right now, no one's judging us because they're going, shit, Manny, Skyler, I did the same fucking thing.
Same thing.
I did the same thing.
Uh,
You know,
bro, it's such a. I'm so thankful to be sober, man. I really am. It's cool how many holidays in a row. I'll have 6 years coming up on December 6th from all substances. This and like caffeine. This is nicotine, and caffeine is like the only thing that I do. But like mind altering substances, I stay away from. Um, Bro, tell me why. So look, I did this sober, right? So well. not that big funny. But so I'm sitting there yesterday. We're going to yoga on Sunday. It was last Sunday. It was hot yoga, 90-minute yoga class.
Oof.
And I'm sitting there and I go to leave and we have the garage doors that have the sensor, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we always have the back door locked, but we're going through the garage because we parked in front. So we open the garage, we go out, then we close it. Then you kind of like duck underneath and lift your leg up over, so the garage door closes, right? Because we don't have a clicker, it's on the door on the inside.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm sitting there and I had this water bottle, and Kayla's like, "Oh, grab the water bottle. You're gonna need it." So I was like, "Cool, right?" So I got this water bottle, and I pick my leg up, but because I'm holding the water bottle, it sets off the thing. I'm underneath it, right?
Oh no.
And I hear it open up, and I'm already like in a grumpy mood. I've been grumpy lately, right? And I was like, "Ugh," and I go to turn around to like step back through the garage, but it wasn't. So I caught it, and I hit my head.
Oh,
So I dunk like that, right? And it knocks me off my balance. I take one step to like re-catch myself, and I step on the one wet spot on the garage because my foot's like underneath it, and I go whoop, and I go flying back, and I land so hard on my
ouch.
elbow, my
Ouch.
back, my butt. It, bro,
Ugh.
it hurt, and I was like, yo, like I might need
I'm,
to head to a massage parlor instead of a
yeah, it's kind
yoga
of hot
class,
yoga,
right?
man.
Dude,
It's
it,
like
it was like so stupid. Kayla was like, it was like a cartoon. I see you just set it off, hit your head, step on the one wet spot, and just woof.
you got some Three Stooges action going on.
It was like a Home Alone setup trap, you
Oh,
know. Uh, it was
hey,
wild, man.
but you know what though? Even funny, silly shit like that, it's funny and it's silly, and it's just stuff you look back on and just laugh at. But I mean, we look back. We were sharing some stories, me and some buddies, man. Some of our stories back in the day, and it's just like one. I remember someone sent me a meme, and he goes, "Yeah, I thought of you," and it said, "In alcohol's defense, I've done some pretty fucked up shit, perfectly sober." And I was like,
Yeah,
yeah, pretty much.
I have some dumb moments sometimes. I my thing is I make a lot of mistakes because I'm ADHD. So my mind is other places, right? And so like I do stuff on autopilot. I don't even know what I'm doing. Or things that I've done so many times. I'm like doing this or I'm in my phone and trying to like multitask and then I just make the most silliest, dumbest mistakes. And I'm just like, gotta pay attention.
Oh, I'm
And
telling
that was like one of them. You're not even focusing. I was thinking, I was mad because we were running late for yoga class, but I forgot I had to do something. So I was like, I got to send this message and this email. And the door popped open. You go flying. You're like,
you. Blender brain, man. We're all part of it. That's just like all you guys here, man. Checking this out there, just listening to our stories. Okay, now it's time to fess up. What are some of your stories? What's some of the
yes.
stuff that you've done out there that you're like, you're not going to believe what I did? So come on now, it's time to fess up. Let's see, Heidi. It's the
Drop
worst
some of
thing
them
not being in
stories in
control
the
of yourself.
comments, guys. Seriously, do
Hi-
that. I would love to be able to. Hey, drop a story. I'll pop it on right here. We'll read it out
there
for
you
you
go.
guys. Um,
Yeah. I mean,
uh,
let us know because some of the stories and some of the things you do, man, it's just but like Heidi, like you said, it being not being in control. Back in the day, we didn't give a shit. So we didn't
yeah,
know we were out of control. We didn't care. And even if we did know, we didn't care. And
yeah.
so now it's just a whole nother world, man. And I actually what's this?
Oh, from
I
Ginger Lynn.
accidentally drank what?
Orange,
Mr.
Mr. Clean.
instead of orange
Okay.
Gatorade. Okay,
Oh
so
my
there you
goodness.
go.
Okay.
Uh, uh,
Ugh.
well, you know what?
Ugh.
I ate milk bone, dog biscuits. My buddy drank Kelcan. We both put dogs in the freezer and in the fridge. So there you go.
Hey, that's crazy though, Mr. Clean drinking that.
Mr.
Check it out. When
Clean.
when I ingest chemicals underneath the sink, I usually like to have it in the form of meth. Right? So mine's a little different,
It's
but
not a
much
bald
respect,
dude.
Ginger. Much
It's
respect.
not a bottle with a bald guy on there.
Uh,
Oh
Oh
no.
man.
she
But
just thought that was that week's cover athlete on the, on the Gatorade.
yeah, Gatorade. Mr.
Mm-mm-mm.
Clean Gatorade. Oh, so we'll see. There you go, Ginger Man. The stuff we do.
Yeah.
Ginger,
Stuff.
did you have to go to the doctors? Did you throw up? How did you feel
Yeah,
after that
man.
happened?
Skyler just.
Well, her throat was burning. That's what she said.
Oh, her throat was burning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh man,
yeah.
well shit,
I
yeah.
guess so.
I did not recommend it. I bet you don't.
Ether and Rupert, you give it 2 thumbs up.
The things you do not do not drink Mr. Clean.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I
Yes,
tell you,
indeed.
you know
Look,
what?
Katie said it's okay, Skylar. Just stay positive and turn your bad mood into a good mood. She loves me. I love you guys too. You know what the crazy thing about that is? Like when I fell, and because it was my mistake, because like I wasn't focused all morning, and then I try to get focused as I'm running late. I had the audacity to be upset with Kayla because my first thing I said when I fell was, I had to grab that stupid water bottle you wanted me to take.
That's all your
It's
Because
fault.
your
that's what
fault.
popped it open. I got mad at Kayla because she told me to take water to stay hydrated, and I followed her directions, and that was what I put the blame on her for me
Mm.
falling.
You know what? That's a flashback
Mhm.
of. That's a flashback of when our addiction days when we were blaming everyone else for our
Uh,
fuck ups.
Mhm.
It's your fault that I drank. I fell down. It's not that fifth I just drank.
uh, it's crazy how that
Um,
happened. Oh, Manny, what's your favorite? What's your favorite dish you're looking forward to? Like, what's a must-have
oh man.
and a staple inside your house or at your meals for Thanksgiving?
Besides, obviously, the turkey and the mashed potatoes, man, my mom's green bean casserole. Just love
That's
it, love it, love it, love it, man. That and then what's that green
Oh,
ambrosia?
ambrosia.
Man,
and
that
what?
with the ambrosia,
Ambrosia.
it's like
It's a
a
jello. It's like
jello with
jello and Cool Whip
marshmallows and stuff.
and
Oh my
Oh,
god,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
that's
I know
another
what you're
good one,
talking
man.
about. I know
That's
what
a
you're
good one,
talking about.
Skyler. So you
How,
guys too, man.
what type of? How do you like your turkey?
Oh man,
Do
you
you
know
guys
what?
deep fry it? Do you guys
We were up
cook
at deer
it?
camp and a buddy of mine, he put that in the deep fryer and it came out. It looked like it was just charred.
Yeah,
It was so moist and so good. It was unreal, man.
mm.
But yeah, yeah. And then
that's
of course,
crazy.
pumpkin pie. Gotta
I
go with
love
the
pumpkin
pumpkin
pie.
pie.
I think we got a Marion Berry upstairs right now. We'll probably do a apple. There's like another type of apple pie that we do. It's like an apple cookie crust type thing. I don't know.
Oh,
That's
what do you
good,
guys
but
like?
my must have. I don't care if it's turkey, ham. I don't care what it is for like the main entree.
Mhm.
Stuffing is my thing.
Oh yeah.
Stuffing, and I don't like the fancy stuffing. I like stovetop.
Stovetop stuffing. Yep.
Stovetop. It's funny because like I'll go to like Thanksgiving nowadays, and they're usually like 2 or 3 different type of stuffings, and I always have to do the stovetop. Like I
Stovetop
can literally eat a
stuffing.
plate full of it, and like the next day I'll get up in the middle of the night, whatever, heat it up, have me some more stuffing. Like that's my jam is stuffing.
Okay, guys, chime up, man. What's your favorites? Come on, we gotta have some. I had some people that's just like pizza or it just off the wall stuff, man. Hey, it's Thanksgiving. Whatever's good for you is good for you. But
Whatever you want.
what are your some of your stuff that you guys like? Because with that, I tell you that green bean casserole was so damn good, and it just
Do you on your pumpkin pie? Are you whipped cream or no whipped cream?
oh yeah, whipped cream, and then um oh, what was I gonna say? With the mashed potatoes, just you got to get with the was
Mashed
God
potatoes is nice. Mashed potatoes
that
is nice. I do like a nice little warm mashed potatoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you a mashed potato or half or baked potato?
I like both, but on Thanksgiving, give me some mashed because I'm putting
Yeah,
corn on that. That it looks just like a big plate of just blob because everything. I got a buddy of mine. He's like, his plate. He has to have his turkey here, and there has to be like a gap between
yeah.
the different
Can't
sides.
touch.
I
Can't
can't
touch.
touch mine. You
I don't
can't
care.
see where one
I mix
starts, where
stuff
that.
up. I do all types
Oh,
of stuff.
yeah.
I've always been that person.
I got the mashed potatoes. Remember what was that show? Close Encounters of the Third Kind, where they build this thing out of mashed potatoes, the mountain. It was an old movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's what my plate looks like, man. I got this big pile of mashed
The
potatoes.
Tower
Just
Piazza or whatever.
oh man, it was a tower or something, man, but it was
Oh,
covered in corn.
you talking about Christmas Story?
No, this was
No, Close
it
Encounters of
was
the Third
Close
Kind.
Encounters of the Third. This was
Oh,
way back in like
Right before you were born.
oh yeah. But man, I tell you what, it was good. Oh, so he's talking about I can't have my green beans touch the turkey. I can't have the. I go, dude. Once you start chewing that shit, it's all gonna be touching. So don't worry about it.
Hey, Amanda Anders said she likes pumpkin cheesecake. Are you a cheesecake man,
Ooh,
Manny?
I love man. When it comes
I
to
love
food,
cheesecake.
I tell you what, when it comes to food, I am not picky. Cheesecake, you know what cracks me up? So we'll sit there, go get something to eat, and they'll have dessert. It's like, can it get any smaller? It's like, yeah, would you like dessert? I'd like, yeah, four of them, five of
Yeah,
them.
when you go out and you
Holy
order a
shit.
dessert, and
Yeah.
it's like a little something. I'm like, yo, what is this? I was like, me and Kayla were gonna. It's crazy because sometimes we'll go out and we'll order our own desserts, and when you order your own, they're big as shit. And then you're like, okay, we need to just order one to split, and then we'll order it, and it's like the smallest thing. I'm like,
It's
that's
like
not even enough for me.
oh, you got
It's crazy because
ginger,
I swear it's like the more expensive the restaurant gets, the
the
smaller like the
smaller.
Yep,
servings are,
yep.
right? Because they
Ginger
figure you're
likes
wealthy, you take care of yourself.
ginger likes
Um,
it twice baked. Twice
twice baked.
baked. Oh God, yeah.
Okay. Katie, I will tell
Ashley,
Kayla you love her. Who we got? We
Ashley,
got
happy
Stephen Parker,
Thanksgiving.
turkey, and pecan pie. What about pecan pie? You
I
pecans too
can't
sweet?
remember if I had that. You know what I found out I liked is um was it potatoes, sweet potatoes? They're
Yams?
Yams.
yes. I was like, hell no. Until I wasn't paying attention while I was eating and
Candy
blender plate.
yams?
And man, I tell you what, they're delicious.
They are good. Candy yams, they are really
Uh-huh.
good.
Turkey
Um,
bacon, red mashed
pecan
potatoes,
pie is
sweet
all
potatoes.
right. I will enjoy it because
Heidi.
I'm just a foodie, but pecans could get kind of sweet sometimes.
Oh
I
my
think a
god.
lot of pies are important by like the crust.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Crust
yeah,
is
yeah.
very important.
And then my grandma, she'd always have the pies, man. And then she had lemon
Lemon
meringue,
meringue's good.
then ginger tacos. There
Tacos.
you go.
All right,
What else?
Ginger. Where do you do? Is it homemade tacos? Where do you get your tacos
Katie's.
from? What is your favorite type of tacos? Manny. Side note: have you ever had San Bardino tacos? I think they're called. I'm probably saying it wrong. You probably got to roll the R. There's so many syllables in the word that I'm trying to pronounce. Um, but I first had it in the Bay Area in California, and I've had it a few different places. But it's like it's a taco. It's a little bit more fried, and you dip it into a juice, and then
No,
you
but
eat it.
it's, hey man, I tell you what, it sounds good to me.
It's like Sam something. I can't remember, but it is absolutely fire. Are you a taco guy?
Oh God, yeah. Like I said, there's not much that when it comes to food, man. It's just like, do you want some? Yes. Do you want that? Yes. Do you want
Hey,
more?
tacos are
Yes.
burritos, Manny.
Oh,
If you're going to a
tacos,
food truck, you want a taco or a burrito.
both. I want one of each. I want a taco supreme, extra sour cream, burrito supreme, extra sour cream, and extra hot sauce.
What type of meat do you usually get on your burritos? I'm a
Usually,
carne asada or a steak guy.
like either beef or steak, or I've been getting the shrimp, like shrimp taco. It was like, uh,
Shrimp's all right. Kayla always tends to get the shrimp. Like anytime we go get Thai food or what, she always throws the shrimp in, and I'm like, can we get a little like meat or like you know? All right.
let's
So
see, chocolate
Ginger's
pie,
also
Katie.
twice baked potatoes are the best. They're pretty good.
You got Katie with the chocolate pie,
She got the chocolate pie.
sweet potato pie for Ginger,
All right. Katie
Ashley.
said pecan pie is amazing. Candy yams are good. Uh,
Yeah, pecan. I can't. I don't know if I've ever had pecan pie. Heidi is going with turkey, baked, real mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, green bean casserole. You know what, Heidi? Yes, 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 and yes.
making me hungry.
All right, Ginger, pound cake and Susie need Thanksgiving costumes.
Uh, yes, they
Susie
do.
is, I tell you what, Susie's turning into such a diva since her camera time. She's hiding behind the backdrop right
Yeah.
now.
Hmm.
But man, I can't believe it's already there's pound cake.
All right.
Pound cake. You know,
Mamas.
how can you just
You can't
you
help but
just
love that
grab
dog.
those cheeks. Just like grandma. Yeah, exactly. My grandma would be like, "Mm."
Hey, she's such a cuddler. It's funny. So remember I told you about her foot?
Oh yeah, yeah.
We had this cone the other day. Well, we had this one little baby cone that was recommended, and she could still reach her foot. So we got her like a bigger cone. She does not like it. She was so upset. We had it on last night while we went to the movies, and it was your dog was barking continuously for 5 minutes. She was just pissed, so upset, throwing a fit, and she's like barking. And I hopped on the intercom and I was like, "Mamas," and she goes right, and she
She-
marches up, jumps off the couch, gets right in the camera, and she's mugging.
Ah,
Rawr, rawr. And I was like, "Oh shoot!" She was so mad.
Oh
Oh,
man, I
yeah.
tell you, it's just like with Susie, man. She's sitting there, like I said, ever since her last debut, man. It's like Susie's got people now, and she's like, she jumps up on the counter in the bathroom, and she likes to drink out of the faucet.
Yeah.
Well, now it's just like if there's anything on the counter, she'll just sit there and look. If
Mhm.
if there's a washcloth sitting there,
Mhm.
if there's something, it's just sitting there. She'll just stare at it. It's like move that. She's just a trip, man. I saw something. A friend of mine sent me this meme too. It said, "Dog owners have or dogs
Dogs have
have owners, cats have servants," and I'm like, yeah.
True.
That is actually very true. Cats are kind of crazy. I
Oh,
I love cats. They're very self-dependent. Although I am more of a dog person because I'm more affectionate and I like to like hug my animals and kiss my animals and cuddle my animals. And I never really had a cat that really liked that.
see, and that's the crazy thing. I've always had rescue dogs. I've always had pits. And
Huh?
when I ended up getting Susie, that's always what I heard too. They don't like to be held. They're not sociable. They don't like to be. Susie is a dog. That's why I call her my DAWG. She will jump up and lays. She puts her paws around my neck. I mean, it's all 24/7 if she can. Now that I'm off work for a bit, she's just like right there. And she lays on her back. She wants her stomach rubbed. And she's a dog. She's my
That's
DAWG.
crazy. That's
Homemade
crazy.
everything. Tacos, especially the kind with
What'd
what?
you say about tacos?
Just Ginger's at her taco
Uh,
run.
Yeah.
Everything
No,
on tacos, especially the kind with Doritos shells. Have you had those?
Oh yes.
They
I'm
are
trying
pretty
to, did we
nice.
miss
with
anything
no
else?
lettuce, it's a waste of space.
So
There.
are you that is true. Although I do put them on there because I try to get full without eating so many calories.
Oh,
Um, are you more of a flour or a corn type of tortilla?
Uh, both. And then I go back and forth between the soft shell and the regular. And but man, like I said, Skyler, when it comes to food, man, there's really not. I mean, I eat. In fact, today I was at the gym and I was like, well, I looked over at the scale and I jumped on that sucker and it was like doing one of those things where you're or
It's so
221.
upsetting, huh?
It was like usually I'm around 200, man. Now it's like 221. And it's not Thanksgiving yet. It's like
Yeah, it's rough. I get in my head. I get stressed out and disappointed.
oh, I don't care. When it comes to that, it's just like, you know what? I'm eating, man. I am eating. But what Manny she loves. Oh yeah, she
oh, she
does,
loves
man.
hugging him.
That dog, I've sent some of the pictures, and then she's so funny. She'll lay down and with her head right on my shoulder, her one paw's on my chest, and her other paw is she puts it like right on my chin, and she'll
Yeah.
just stare at me, and then she falls asleep. And if I move, it's just like that comfort knowing I'm there because she'll take her paw and keep moving it. And then if I move too much, she takes that sucker, she's like smack, hits me in the face. I was like, what the shit? She's a trip, man. I tell you what, I never
You ever do
thought
like catnip with her or
just a little.
just a little
Just,
bit?
just a
Not
little.
too much.
Oh my god.
She was just sleeping. I was trying to
Pancake.
get her.
Oh, God.
She is
Mama.
just too damn cute. How old is Pound Cake?
3 years.
Mm,
I think Susie is, I think
you said 7 or
9,
8?
10.
Okay.
But he's sleeping.
She sleeps. Yeah.
She
Oh.
was.
She'll start drifting off.
Is she how much does Pound Cake weigh? Is she like a regular what kind of bulldog is she?
She's an English bulldog.
Okay.
Because they my buddy had one, my man, but his was like a beast. This thing was huge.
Yeah. So she's the breeder I got her from. She's they actually get dogs all over the world and breed them. They're about 11 generations in, and They're more like the old college mascot, right? They breed them smaller, right? Because
Okay.
in the 70s, so the old college mascots like the 1940 Bulldogs, right? And they were smaller. But when the 70s and dog shows started going on a craze, and started getting popular, and that's where a lot of like the bad genes come in from like dogs, right? And you really start seeing that shift in like change of what dogs look like, their cosmetics,
Mm-hmm.
because everybody like English bulldogs, people wanted like the bigger ones, the wrinklier ones, the
Mhm.
more like prize dogs, and so that's where a lot of the health issues came in. And so this breeder, when we decided to get a dog, Kayla's like, do your research, find a breeder that focuses on health because they have a lot of bad health issues. So I found out of all the breeders I found in the country, I'm sure I missed some, right? You can't see everything. But out of all the breeders I found, their number one priority, I really liked what they talked about with health, right? And so she's your typical English bulldog could be like 60 to 80 pounds, right?
Yeah, that's
She
what my buddy
is
Dave.
she's a little chunky right now, but she's only 36. Normally she's like 34, right? So this is as big as she's gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And but I mean they'll live a little longer though.
Yeah, it's like Susie. Susie's a little heavy, and everyone that comes over to see Susie, like, yeah, she's kind of big. I'm like, hey, it's her COVID weight. She hasn't lost it yet. But
Uh,
listen, is it breathing issues, right, with them, with
yeah,
bulldogs?
their soft palate or whatever causes them to have a lot of them got to have surgeries. Most English bulldogs have to have surgery sometime in their life, which that can be thousands of dollars. Like English bulldogs are so expensive, like especially like I got lucky. We got ours for free from the breeder. But they sell them for $5,000,
Really?
right? And like the nose surgery alone could be like $2,000 to $3,000. She already had the nose surgery by the time we got her, so we didn't have to pay for that. So that's why, like, even like health insurance, like I think we pay like $140 a month for her,
Worth
and
it?
like she's
Wow.
like the English bulldogs are like one of the most expensive breeds to get insurance on because they have the most issues. English bulldogs are known for like skin issues, breathing issues. So there's a lot of things that she's just expensive. It's hard,
Hey, and the
but
thing
she's
is,
worth
too,
it.
I was just gonna say that when you get some of these bills for the vets and all that, and it's just like people say, "Oh, that's outrageous! I'd never pay that." Yes, you would. I mean, if and then you'll get those morons who will say, "Oh, it's just a dumb animal." It's just who are not obviously pet owners, but
Yeah.
yeah, I had a buddy, Dave Reed, a member from the gym.
From the gym.
We had a guy who had a bigger. It was the bigger one. Took it to a groomer. I don't know if you know this. This was before you started with My Fight or
Okay.
War.
Okay.
He had a big ass bulldog and took it to the groomer, and they ended up washing it and all that. And when they went to dry him, I thought he was joking, give me shit at first because he said when they had him in the dryer, and I guess they have like this thing that comes down and it blows like the hot air on him or whatever for a certain amount of time, and it just dries the dog. Well, the bulldogs, it was panting or something like that. It was so hot. They killed his freaking dog
You
at the
told me about
groomer.
that. Yes, yes, that is
Unbelievable,
insane.
man. I was just like,
Whoa.
I mean, I know how I was with all my dogs and Susie. Shit, and I wouldn't have ended well. Couldn't believe
That
that, man.
that's so
Whoa.
supposedly like I want to take her to a dentist. The vet said her teeth look great, but I still want to take her to a dentist. But they usually put dogs under for them to clean
Mm-hmm.
their teeth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Well, I was reading a thing that bulldogs are one of the unique breeds that can die if you put them under sleep because they just quit breathing.
Oh, okay.
And so it's like I'm
Mm.
afraid to do that, and that's another reason why like I don't want to fly with her, right? Because if they put her under for like,
That's
underneath or
right.
Mm-hmm.
whatever, it's
You
like
won't know,
you won't know. She could be
man.
suffering and I can't save her or
Yeah, shit, man. That's when every time I swear to God, every time I've got Susie, you know how they have pet toys all over the place at the pet store.
yeah.
Cats, same thing, man. They got these mice, they got fuzzy things, they got balls, they got this, they got that. She doesn't need shit. The only thing she needs, like for my hoodies, I always take the strings out of my hoodies because I just don't like them. You
Yeah.
put a string, she's good to go. Like the grocery bags, the plastic bags, throw that down. She loves it. Paper bags, a box, she loves it. And she was out. She loves to lay in the box, and every
Mhm.
time I see her, I always think, if it fits, it
It
ships.
ships. You sent me a picture of that. Yeah, if
Oh,
it
that's
fits, it
right.
ships.
As
Isn't
soon as
that
I saw it,
crazy?
I took a picture. I go, I gotta send this to Skyler.
Ugh.
Oh man,
Hey, animals are so crazy.
Mhm.
But they're a joy. They're a joy to have. That's honestly like
oh,
my family. So it's a very loving feeling. My heart's always full when I wake up and they're there.
it is, man.
They depend on you so much.
I don't know. I can't remember if I told that brother, my Jerry, who actually died in my arms, from organ failure. Same thing, complete
I was
organ
just
failure.
watching that.
He, uh, I had two dogs at the time. I had Taz and Chopper, and the day of the funeral, after we buried him, I came home. It was a beautiful August day. I came home and I'm sitting there, and I walk in, and it was so quiet in my house. I'm just sitting there. Both my dogs, it's like they knew. They came up and they're just sitting there, and I'm petting them. And out of nowhere, I just start bawling my eyes out. I mean, this is my brother since third grade, fourth grade. Here, he died in my arms. So I got up and I walked into the bedroom and I just laid down on the bed. Both dogs jumped up. One laid across my chest, the other across my legs, and just laid there. Didn't move, didn't do anything. And I just remember I'm sobbing, just sobbing uncontrollably. And I happened to, like, I remember the clock on the nightstand, and I ended up falling asleep. I woke up and I remember it was so quiet, and I looked, both dogs were in the exact same spot, and it was like 2 hours later because I remember saw the clock, and they were just sitting there looking at me. It was like, man, they just know, and people was like, oh, they don't know. Yeah, they do. I mean,
They
it
can
was
sense it.
that.
What's crazy is like, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off. Go
no,
ahead.
that's what. No, but like that just that unconditional love, man. Where you like pound cake, man, and Susie, that look, you just know.
You do. It's it's really cool, man. It's really cool because I have so much love to give to be able to have her and just shower with love, and she gives me love back. So it's really cool to be a recipient of the a dog's or an animal's love because they're so. No matter what you do to them, they just love you, right? They're so forgiving, so understanding. But yeah, no, dogs could sell when you're sick.
Oh yeah.
They could tell when you have an infection. They could just smell it, right? They could sense all these. That's why like there's dogs that are like service animals. They
Mhm.
know they could tell when your heart rate is too high. They could tell
Mhm.
when your blood pressure is too much. They could tell when you're about to. Some
Di-
dogs could tell when you're about to have a seizure. Do you know
Diabetes and
dogs
stuff. Yes,
are horses? They could hear they could tell your heartbeat from like a
it's
hundred feet or 100 yards away or something like that. But that's crazy. So like we have
oh
a horse here.
yeah.
Um, we have a horse here, and we're always every time I go to approach her, I always try to like slow my breathing, slow everything down, and then she's like super invited and lets you pet her and love her and everything like that. But I always think about that, right? 'Cause she can't be
Yeah.
all crazy or like going up to her, because then it stresses her out.
Yes,
So
they sense that, man, and just like with Susie, all the surgeries, man, with my shoulder, my elbow, I'll be laying there, and when I like with my shoulder before my last surgery, she jumps up and just laid right on that shoulder. The day I was at the gym when I tore my left tricep tendon in half, I came home and it was just killing me, and she'd usually lay on my chest. She jumped up on me, and she was just like moving all around. She crawled over and laid right across my left elbow. And
Mhm.
it was just
Mhm.
insane, man. But that's
that's
why, with it's gotta be hard when for you when you and Kayla when you're on tour, leaving her and stuff.
we stalk her, we miss her so much. I'm so weird with my pound cake. Like I'm I bet she doesn't know if I'm an animal or what, because like I mess with her, like I chase her down, like I sniff her.
Yeah.
I'm always sniffing her, holding her down, right? And like and always like biting her, like gently, like we'll be playing,
Yeah.
like she'll
It's
bite
just
me, I'll bite her, and we'll be like wrestling and stuff. But I'm always it's funny because I always chase her around the house on all fours, right? And I'll like knock her, and then like when I always get home from a trip, I always grab her and like pull her close to me, and I start sniffing her back and get up in her face, and she's always like
she's like, man,
looking at me all crazy.
you
Like
know what?
it's
With
wild, it's wild. But she's got to think like I'm a dog or something, because like even like when she has a wound, I like whimper at it, and pretend like I'm licking it and cleaning
Oh
it.
man,
Like,
I
and she
tell
just
you.
like looks at me all affection. I was like, I got you, mamas.
It's
I
like
know you're
Daddy
hurting.
loves me, man. That's you know what. Speaking of the tour and all that stuff, what's next on your guys' agenda? I mean, you're always doing something. What do you got coming up?
December 7th is called the Hangout. That is
Oh, I
at 40 Gresham. Yeah, 40 Gresham, guys. It is going down from 2 to 6. Come by. Me and Kayla will have crazy deals at the merch table. We're also going to do group photos with everybody rocking We Do Recover gear. And also, we're going to have a camera set up, and we want to record your guys' 3-minute little testimony
remember
of
that.
what recovery means to you. That way, we could use it for our We Do Recover Instagram page as we launch that and also update some things. Also, we'll give you guys a copy of it, guys. Come out and hang out. There's going to be free food, free drinks, all types of games and stuff for the youth there. We got Lisa donating her time and her baked goods to this event. So come through, guys. It's going to be fun. And plus, on top of that, we're going to be celebrating a year or celebrating my 6 years. I have 6 years on December 6th. Okay.
All
So
right.
Yay.
come by, celebrate my 6 years with me, and hang out, guys. This is the first time we've ever done this type of event. We've never thrown an event where there's no performance, no speaking, and it's just us hanging out, right? So come get to know us. Would love to get to know you guys. Love to chat with you guys, take photos, everything like that. So make sure you pop out. It is in Gresham, 4D Gresham.
That would be
Make
awesome,
sure
man.
you
You know,
pop
we
out.
got that. You know what? I know we're still trying to work out what we're gonna end up doing together. That would be something awesome for us to do. But either way, you know, also I want to definitely go somewhere where you guys are performing
Mm-hmm.
too.
Yeah,
That would be part of that with you too, man, to go see you guys as well. But that would be a lot of fun just to hang out and just to be able just to talk, you know, not to
yeah,
have you know, just not to rush, not to have to worry about a schedule. You know what? Just hang out, hear stories, tell stories, share stories, stuff like that. What
Well, if this hangout goes well, we're gonna try to do it. I think once every couple months.
that'd be
Ah.
During our off season, um, just to celebrate recovery.
well,
So
you know what? Well, we
We'll
can
fly into
if you
Portland. Where would we fly into?
yeah, where's that at?
Portland
Okay, because what we're doing, we're flying out 2 weeks from Friday back to New York again to do shows. But I
on the
if
13th. On the
there
13th.
you go. And what we might do is I'm going to shoot for doing 15 shows in those days. So we're going to be banked up for the next month or so with shows. So we won't have to fly to New York in 6 weeks. But what we could do is fly to Oregon.
Portland.
Yeah, Portland.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have to do
So
something, man. We might have to
we'll
do
figure
something.
something out.
I'm down. I'm down, bro.
We'll
We
figure
can
it
talk
out.
ideas, things like that. Let us finish this December 6th
Oh
and see
yeah,
how well it went, and let's see how receptive my tour sponsors are, and see if we could use their venue again for another one. So I think that
that'd
would be
be
cool. I think that
hell.
would be awesome. Um, who
That or
knows? Like
something like it.
say if it goes well, we could possibly have a little section off in the corner where you could be interviewing people, popping on, popping off. Who
Exactly.
knows? Who knows? Let me wrap up this seventh one, and let me talk to my tour sponsors, and see if it's worth their time and worth the venue and
Sure.
everything like that. So,
Mm-hmm.
but
Possibilities
that's
are
a
endless,
possible
man.
idea.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just the beginning. This is just the beginning of the stuff we got going on. What else was going to ask you? As far as with the music and all that, I know that's the basically your meet and greet going on. What's your next schedule for either your next song dropping or I know you what'd you say, May? You're starting up your tour?
Yeah, yeah. Late May, we usually kick it off with what's the middle school's name? There's a middle school here in Portland. Um, Not Harmony. Harmony's a recovery high school. Anyways, there's a school we always kick off with. Miss House. She's a choir teacher over there, music teacher, and she always gets us in. So we always kick it off with that. It's a great confidence booster. They treat you like the Beatles. The kids there treat you like the Beatles. They fall in love, and I swear it's like I don't know what they tell them or if they just think I'm like uber famous, because every time I come through and we perform, it's a great way. We've been doing it the last 2 years to kick off tour, and it is insane because like they'll have the crowds like I'll hop off. I always hop off when I'm rapping, and it's crazy because I'll hop off stage, right, and I'll be running through the crowd rapping of these middle schoolers, and I'll run through it, and they'll be like, and they'll reach out and like I've had them touch me and they're like, like their hand, like
Pass
they,
out.
it is crazy. Like for them to, I've never had like a crowd react like that, right? It's like you see that with famous people, but
Well,
like that's how these middle schoolers are. Like they touch her and they're like screaming with their hand, holding it in the air, and like
well,
you run through, they're like screaming, and then afterwards everybody like charges the stage. You have like 100 middle schoolers, 200 middle schoolers charging the stage. Everybody's throwing up like shoes on the stage for you to sign. People are trying to touch you. They want signatures. They're rushing you. They want pictures. Like it, it is
well,
crazy. I might have to. I know I got a video somewhere of one. I think I have a video from last year. I'll try to find it of them mobbing. Right. It
you
gets
know, I
kind of
tell you,
intense,
brother.
bro.
Yeah, I hate to tell you, but you kind of are famous, brother. Just so you know, just a little bit, just
More every day.
just
A
so
little
you
bit every
know,
day.
Every day.
just so you know,
Every day.
and look what our girl Ginger.
Come to the D. I want to go to
No,
the D.
no, man. She said, where'd it go?
When are you gonna
Uh,
start dropping some songs, Manny?
never. Never. I'll be doing the old Nilly Vanilli routine, man. I'll be up next to Skyler just doing, singing backup with that. My mic won't be on.
Uh,
You don't want to hear this voice. You don't want to
you
hear
don't
me
know,
say.
Manny. Manny got some
Unless
bars.
you know
You
what?
seen those two? You seen those two old guys that rap?
It's the old guy.
You know what
That
I'm
was
talking
me and
about?
some other guy.
You know what I'm talking about, right? There's those two old guys. They're like in their 60s or 70s.
Oh, thanks, brother.
Hey, and they're rapping some
wanna be
bars.
there
They're
someday.
like some old mobsters. I'm gonna have to send that to you as well. That's I
Oh
forgot what their
man.
name is, but they have hella videos out, and they're just rapping, talking about street life, talking about
Hey,
shooting people. These two old white dudes. One's got
well,
like a
hey.
cane.
Well,
It's
the old
crazy, bro.
experience, man. That's where it
Uh,
comes from, man. They're talking about real life experiences.
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, they might have been in the mob or something. The way they're
Oh,
talking.
you never know. You never know. But yes.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. I really look forward to tomorrow. Some good eats.
Oh, it's good. Family
It's gonna be a
time.
lot of fun, guys. And guys, remember to take it moment by moment. There's gonna be disappointments. There's gonna be ups and downs. Just try to stay sober if you can. It's always worth it.
Oh yeah. It's
Oh
definitely.
yeah, and we all and like we talked about before, with the holidays, it is, now being in the right frame of mind, it's such a blessing, and being able to think, I lost my dad unfortunately, but so my mom is still here, thank God, and it is a great time. But as we know, man, holidays can be such a very hard depressing time for people because of whatever reasons, loss
Yeah,
of loved ones, dealing with addiction, just a lot of beating ourselves up, things that have happened. So yeah, I mean, holidays are great, but if you got some people that you think might be hurt, man, just reach out, a phone call, maybe invite them over,
absolutely.
something like that, just to let them know that just because it's Thanksgiving, they're never alone. Just every little
Absolutely.
bit helps.
Check in with your loved ones.
Yes, yes.
Definitely go do that. 1 second, Manny. 1 second. I gotta go blow my nose. Hold on, Manny.
Well, and folks, just so you know, he really is. He is not going off screen to do anything that he
Besides.
should not be doing. We talked
I'm
about that
not doing what
before.
everybody
He
thinks I'm
ain't
about to do.
right now. It's not what we were doing like 5-10 years ago down the road. But you guys, thank you guys so much, man, for chiming on here with us on Wednesdays and your comments and all that stuff. It is so cool looking over there and just seeing all of you, man. Katie, Ginger, Heidi, just the list goes on and on.
Cousin Tony's on. Matt
Cousin
Traver's
Tony, Matt
Ashley,
Traver,
Diana,
Matt is in the house.
Brittany.
Matt, and we've got a new family member, Jonathan. It's just Katie as well. Everybody, man, this family is it's growing, and it's just so
It's
nice.
growing so big, man. It's a beautiful thing to see all the names and people's consistency and
Yeah.
just seeing as it grows.
And it is because there's times where, I mean, me and you talk as far as different topics and all that, but sometimes it's good just to come on and just talk, man, just to joke around, just to have some fun. And Amanda, barbecue turkey. Thanks, Amanda.
Yeah.
but
Somebody
no, I
said they
mean,
want
really.
barbecue turkey.
Yeah, Amanda's got barbecue turkey. I
Is
tell
that
you,
a new comment?
man,
No, it's been Skyler got a
Okay.
message from Katie. Danny says
Okay.
if you're not busy to go out to the Christmas tree farm.
to do what?
You know,
Just
we
saying.
usually don't do Christmas trees.
Ah.
I don't know. I mean, we usually. I think we have a fake one somewhere. I
Oh
don't
my!
know. Because me and Kayla, like, we just, we really don't go all out for holidays. We
No.
don't celebrate. The only ones
Hey,
we
man.
really celebrate is Thanksgiving and Christmas. And on Christmas, it's just us. And we usually buy our presents like leading up to the year. I mean,
You
we're
know,
always treating each other something nice, so there isn't
every
really
day's
much to
Christmas.
change.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
You know?
it's funny too talking about real trees, and
Huh?
we're just another crazy story just popped in my head. Is we had my dog when I was younger, Big Ben. He was a shepherd husky, big old
Big
dog.
Ben.
And I was a youngin. I was only in like 5th grade, and I remember we got our first real Christmas tree, and everything's decorated. My mom, when she decorates, it's all out, man. So she's sitting there, and all of a sudden, you hear screaming from, we were, I think we were downstairs or something like that, me and my dad, and screaming, and we go running upstairs, and here comes the dog flying to get away from mom. She's like, "What the hell's going on?" She goes, "Son of a bitch, pissed all over the presents." Like,
No.
what? Well, it was a real tree.
It was a real
He thought
tree.
it was indoor plumbing, man. So here Ben sitting, walks over there. Hey, thanks. Pissed all over the tree.
Oh,
He didn't, it was a real tree. Wait a minute, Ginger lasagna.
Ben Rosselberg. Big Ben.
Big Ben.
Big Ben.
Uh-huh.
Oh, he was such a cool dog, but he was funny as hell, man. Pissed all over the presents, man.
That's crazy. I bet that probably happens more than
Yeah.
more than we know.
I mean,
It makes
you're out.
sense. It makes sense. You get that smell. You see the tree. It's a typical thing. You're marking it, right?
Yeah.
Katie said, Danny said, what am I, chopped liver? Absolutely not. I don't know. I'll talk with Kayla, see if we want a tree this year. I'll definitely bring it up to her. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But anyways, tell Danny I said I love him. Absolutely. We got Ginger. Sobriety is serious, but I love how we could just hang out and talk like every day.
Yes.
People at times, we have to laugh at times, or what's the point of being clean and sober to be so serious 100% of the time and not laughing? Laughter is a natural antidepressant.
Yes. And speaking of that, it's a great segue because you know what I got here? I got this for you. Why was a turkey asked to join a band? He could bring his own drumsticks.
Hey!
Which means, well, we got a few minutes left here.
No.
When
Fire 'em
are
off, Manny.
when are turkeys the most grateful? The day after Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Let's see. That's a stupid one. Yeah, you remember what happened last time with OG?
Hey, what do pigs use to clean their bedroom?
What?
Hogwash. Ah! That's the one she died laughing at. Remember?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
I remember the end, but I didn't remember what the joke with the type.
Yep, hogwash.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh.
Oh, let's see. This was. Why should you never tell secrets in a cornfield? Because the corn has ears.
Oh shoot!
Okay.
Let's go.
Come on, brother. I know you got them. And anyone else before we cut off for the night here? Anyone
Drop
else
your
wants to
favorite
jump
dad joke
on here? Get the dad jokes going.
Drop them in the comment section now. I need to hear these.
Okay, here's one. What's something usually insulting but not on Thanksgiving?
Peanuts.
A family member giving you the bird.
You like that one, huh, man?
I do like that one. Oh man.
My mind is blank right now. Usually I hear them and I'm like, I'm gonna remember that one.
And usually you come right back with them too.
Yeah, I don't have my phone right here. If not,
okay,
I would.
Here you go. What's the best song to sing when you're preparing your turkey? It's all about the bass. The bass.
All about
it's
the
all
bass.
about the bass.
Can't lie. Oh, gee, fire off a dad joke.
Oh no. He's
Here.
got Well, oh, you got it in front of you?
Well, you
Oh.
scroll up.
Scroll up.
Up, the other up.
The other up?
Ugh.
I go scroll up. She
Sideways.
goes down.
Me and Kayla
Uh,
always do that. She'll hand me the phone to look at a reel, and she like, well, you know, like you have it right at the start, and you're like, don't peek. And then you
Yeah.
have it right at the start, and I'm like, scroll up, and we always scroll the wrong way.
No, these are silly.
That's why.
Come on, don't
Okay.
let us down.
Okay. What sound does a turkey's phone make? Wing wing.
You got to redeem yourself.
Come
you
on,
got to
OG.
redeem yourself.
Okay, what does-
Oh, wait, wait,
Internet
wait,
accurate
wait,
tips,
wait,
and you're
wait,
letting
wait.
us down.
Oh no! What do sweet potatoes wear to bed? Yammies.
That's a good one, Yammers.
Okay,
Yeah, okay. You know you're
Okay.
gonna find something in there. You're gonna be going, yeah.
Oh, you.
Cassie, how you
just
doing,
walked away. There you
Cassie?
go.
Cassie's in the house. Okay.
Cassie joined us.
What-
Nobody got no dad jokes in the comments?
Come
Oh,
on,
okay.
man.
But
Someone pop
here,
in
I
here.
have an assignment for the family. Next Wednesday, everybody bring at least one dad joke.
One dad joke.
That's your
I'm gonna,
assignment for
hey,
the next week.
I'm gonna come with a whole sheet fired off.
There you
okay,
go.
well, we've got actually a book of them. We have.
Oh, you
printed
think
off.
you're doing good?
Yeah.
I believe you. I believe you, OG.
Oh,
Yeah.
Perfectly fine.
man. Okay. Well,
do you do like gizzards or anything for Thanksgiving? You don't.
I'd eat them.
oh,
We do prime rib. We don't even do turkey at my house.
My mom does prime rib.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
yeah. Let's see. What do Thanksgiving and
Easy to cook and it's
what
delicious.
do Thanksgiving and Halloween have in common? One has gobblers, the other's goblins. Oh man. Oh, man,
Gobblers and goblins.
we can't go out on a note like that. This will be. I guess you now he turned. Okay, what did the mother turkey say to the disobedient children?
Uh-oh.
If your father could see you now, he'd turn over in his gravy.
Oh no!
All right. I'm not gonna
no.
punish you guys. You know that.
Hey, I'll take it. It's kind of limited because it's like you kind of have to force it for Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah, you do. But you know what? It's like Heidi and whoever Ginger we were talking about. You know what? It's you got to have some fun. You know, just to share a few laughs
Mhm.
and stuff like that. So it's all good, brother.
Ginger said, I heard a guy say he didn't pass his breathalyzer because he spent all night eating beer battered gizzards. Needless to say, he violated.
Ginger.
Oh yeah.
Ginger, I hope you're feeling better, honey. I know that a little under the weather, but you know what? You got your family here, and we got your back, just like everybody.
Absolutely. I love you guys so much. Thank you for everything. And we'll definitely be back next Wednesday. That's for sure.
Man, we definitely will. And
your assignment. Don't forget your assignment.
That's right.
I won't.
And
Everybody,
when you come on, everyone else
all
who's
the
watching
family member
too,
needs to bring in one dad joke.
fire up one dad joke. And
one dad joke.
For everybody watching, one dad joke.
Hey, you guys better come prepared next time too.
Oh, we're gonna be ready. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But man, I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving, man. Love you guys. And Skyler, my brother, you know I love you. Kayla, Pound Cake, man. This is a blessing. And
let's go.
And that's about it, man. OG.
Have a great day tomorrow. And Skyler, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday. And until then, love you guys, and we will be chit-chatting soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Nope.
Uh-oh,
you're back. Okay. So do we have any announcements that we need to make that I forgot about?
Well, December 2nd, we have a Jonathan Koike, I think is how you say his name.
Jonathan, yes. New family member. Jonathan, great guy, man. Just started chit-chatting. And he will be on Monday and sharing his story. Great guy, man. Really looking forward. He is not only a new family member, but he is going to be jumping into the podcast world as well. So we're going to welcome him to the family.
Yeah, because we had Angie from New Zealand, but she
she had
couldn't make
to
it.
reschedule.
Yeah, okay,
so then Wednesday, it's me and my brother Skyler again.
And everybody with their dad jokes.
And everyone with their dad jokes.
So
so you guys, love you, man. And happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
And love you, man. You have a great night.